Painting red cedar fences can be a real problem, especially, that is, to keep the paint on or the stain on. So in order to talk about it, let's talk to a professional. I got Peter Randorf here from Benjamin Moore Paints. How you doing, Peter?
Just fine, Shell, thanks.
Now, here we have it, Peter. We've got a western red cedar fence. It's rough on one side, and it's smooth on the other side. What do we do to prepare it?
This rough side needs no preparation other than to be clean and dry. The far side, the other side, is has a product called mill glaze. It's happens when they compress all the wood fibers at the mills. It goes through the planer.
That's that polished surface.
Exactly. That needs to be opened up with a mill glaze dressing or application.
So that's something you buy. It's a what's it look like?
It comes in powdered forms, and you add it to waters. It comes pre-mixed. There's various different manufacturers out in the marketplace.
It's easy to
find and easy to work with.
Great.
It'll open the mill glaze up. This side, it's new construction. We'll take straight to an oil base or alkyd, solid hide stain, and apply it straight on. Brush, roller, or sprayer.
All spray. I like that idea. Back here, Peter, I see where the fence goes around the corner here. Obviously, the homeowner is going to paint it all one color, but what happens here where it's already been painted? That's the older fence.
Right, it's a similar profile, so we want it to look the same color, but since it's been stained previously, it won't have the penetration available for the oil-based stain. We're going to go to a vinyl acrylic, again, solid hide stain, same color, tinted to the same formula, no color change. It'll adhere to the old one, provided it's clean and dry.
Ah, great. Well, Peter, the sun's out. Where do we start?
We're going to start with the prep, Shell. What we'll do is we'll split some of this 6 mil polyethylene sheeting.
So we'll just pull it apart?
Pull it apart, we'll put it up, and we'll drape it over the top of the fence and staple it to the top board if you give me a hand with that.
Right in the middle of the rail?
Absolutely, and we'll drape that over to the neighbor's side of the fence, and of course what that'll do is stop any overspray from going through the neighbor's property.
When we're spraying through the lattice?
Correct. Okay, and then down here at the bottom, we're going to protect the terrace wall. We'll hold that in place with some of these rocks that we've got in the garden.
I noticed that there's some dirt that's splashed up on the bottom rail there from the rain. What do we do there?
We're just going to take a dry brush and dust that off.
Great.
It's just loose particulate.
So I guess we can get at the spraying?
Absolutely.
In preparation for spraying, Peter's now taking the 1 gallon stain and pouring it into a 3-gallon pail. But notice the other 5-gallon pail that he put his disposed paint cans and also the mixing stick into to keep it off the grass. Before the spray apparatus is used, it has to be primed. That way, cleaning out the pump itself to make sure that there's no solvent or water in it. Then the same thing is done with the line to the spray head itself. Well, Peter, the spray apparatus is all ready to go, but why is it the head is here and the machine is way over there?
Well, Shell, this has a 50-foot hose on it, this pump, and it's very, very convenient to keep the pump away from the head. No overspray gets on the equipment, saves a lot of cleaning time, and generally nobody kicks over the bucket that way.
Hey, a good idea. We don't want anybody kicking the bucket. Now, I guess we better put masks on and safety glasses, especially when you're spraying outside. Oh, wow. Now, that's the way to paint a fence. When using the spray apparatus, you want to make certain that you've got the proper pressure at the head. That's the gun. That way you're going to get a nice fan of spray, or V, some people call it. You don't want any fingers in that. That's when you spray and you see all these lines. You want to have a nice, even spray. Well, by increasing or decreasing the pressure on the gun, you can give that fan or the V a nice spread of paint. In order to stain the brown fence, Peter's now washing it down using an exterior cleaning formula. Now he's flushing out the spray apparatus with the paint thinners because the stain he was using previously was oil-based. Now he'll flush water through it, preparing it for acrylic latex, which is water-based. Peter, that's sure a neat way to stain a fence.
It's the only way, Shell.
Now tell me, do most Benjamin Moore dealers have those apparatus, the spray apparatus, to rent?
Yes, I would think most of them make them available to the customers.
So the do-it-yourselfer, they could spray a lot of fence in a weekend.
An awful lot of fence. One fellow spraying, another person on a brush, get a lot of fence done.
I want to thank you very much for coming out, Peter, and giving us the whole lowdown on how to stain an old fence as well as a new fence.
My pleasure.